What's up, everybody? What's up? I'm here. I'm like, I'm here. I'm right here. I made it, y'all. Bruh, where's my thing at? Oh my goodness. It's early. I don't give a fuck. It's early, but I'm up. Okay? I'm up. I'm always up. I'm gonna stay up. The hell? I don't know what people be thinking. Where's my things at? I'm like trying to get all this stuff together. This don't even matter, but it doesn't even matter. Sometimes it do though, don't it? Yo, I don't know why people always be trying to lie to me. Yo, they be like saying things and like think I believe them. Like sometimes I'll ask somebody, I'll be like, so, how's the weather out there? And they'll tell me something like, they'll be like, freezing, or it's damp, it's cold, it's crappy, it's dead, nobody's out there, it's whack. That's because you went out there, you enjoyed yourself. Well, you went out there and you didn't enjoy yourself, so you're going to tell me it's lame? I have nothing to do with all of that. It sounds like emotions. I'm telling you, people put emotions into things. When you ask them a question, they answer it based on how they want you to respond to it. They answer it how they want you to respond to it. That's how they answer the question. So, like, you'll ask somebody, is it worth it to apply for a position there? And the person that works there be like, it's lame, it's whack, they overwork us. It's not a good place to work. Toxic environment. Meanwhile, they're going to work there for the next 7 years and get good pay. They just don't want you to get in there because they feel intimidated. Like, you might take away my experience. They might like you more than they like me. You a better version of me or something. You never know how people see it. You never know. And of course, I know you read the live. I'm going to do some story times about some times that I done met some celebrities. I met a lot of people, man. It's New York City. Why this bag was open ready scared me. Oh. Especially because it's green grass carpet. I met a lot of celebrities over the years. It's hard to even keep up. Living in New York City, we just don't glorify like celebrities the way that people do in like Hollywood. Like y'all willing to do anything for a celebrity. Meanwhile, over here in New York City, you're a celebrity, but if you don't watch your mouth, somebody might just out of you, bruh. Don't play with it. And don't have too many bodyguards when you're out here neither. Because it's giving you scared. It's giving you scared of New York. Oh my gosh. Let me see. How far back can I go? Shoot. I remember okay, here's a funny story. I went to this club, right? Mind you, I don't even know why I was in there. I was only I think I was 16 years old. So I'm in the club or whatever. I'm taking people's name, information, stuff down, and their email address. This is back in the day when if you was if you wanted to know where the party was, we needed your email address or your actual address. Your cell phone number couldn't have been enough. You all done run out of minutes plenty of times enough. Your number changed so much. The only way to reach somebody is come on now. They got to have their Yahoo email or something like that. That's how we're going to reach you. So when the party is popping and it's exclusive and nobody else going to know about it, you're going to get a link or email or whatever to let you know where this is going to be at, and then the date of, the location. You know how they do little secret parties or whatever. So I'm at one of these little events or whatever, and everybody's dancing and vibing, and I'm having a good time just walking around my clipboard, taking people's information down. Just regular day, this is what I do. Take down your name and information in my little white shirt and my black pants while everybody partying, having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to go outside for a minute because, like, I wanted to go outside and smoke. Because, look, they in there drinking, partying and stuff. I ain't drinking and partying. I'm like, oh, I want to go outside and go smoke. So, instead of going through the front, because obviously it'll be a challenge probably for me to get back in. I got to have somebody bring me back in. So, I go around to the back. They like, go around the back. You can smoke in the back door. So, I go to the back door, and I'm back there smoking. The security was there. He said, look, he was there for a minute, and he said, look, I gotta go to the bathroom, whatever. I'll be right back. Don't let nobody in. If anybody come, tell them we gotta go around to the front. I was like, all right, I got it. So I'm standing there, and it's quiet. It's the back. There's nobody back there. You know what I'm saying? This is Manhattan. It's quiet. It's dark. And I'm just chilling. I can hear the music inside. Then all of a sudden, these two big giant dudes look like they was 500 pounds apiece, started walking towards me. Oh man, my heart was like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, they must just be passing by. So I looked the other way. I'm like, ain't no other club that way, Queen. I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to turn them away. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to turn them away. I'm not the security. Where's the security? You know what I'm saying? Security. And then as they get closer, this little tiny short person comes out in between them. And she goes in front of them. And she's trying to go in. And I'm like, wait, do you have ID? And she said, what do you mean? I'm a little kid. And then right before I could even say, oh, I'm sorry, or my bad, anything, the security that went to the bathroom busted, like, pulled the door open. He said, move out the way, that's little Kim. And I was like, I went back inside. I was like, I ain't going outside to smoke no more. I'm not going to be, I don't want to be security, bruh. That was extra pressure. It was so awkward after you go in and you're just looking at me like this stupid little girl. Like, can I have your email? And I think about it. She said I'm little Kim, but I don't know if that was like, what was that, Biggie Smalls or whatever, or who the other big guy, or was that just security? I don't know. Because it could have been Biggie Smalls and Gene. I was looking in their face. It's nighttime. They dressed in all black. Two big giant dudes. And then she just pulled up like right from behind one of them. Yeah, the dark skin one. I'm little Kim. What you mean? I'm little Kim. That was the end of that story. Oh my gosh. Now, down there in the same area, I also met another celebrity. In this story, let's just go crazy with it. I'm not even going to tell you his name until the end. Okay, this time I went to this party, and it's popping. Everybody's there. It's all-star. Everybody's there. All kinds of celebrities. And I'm talking about they loose, they dancing, they vibing. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of rappers, all types of musicians. Everybody's there, And I'm like just sitting there. It's producers all there. Everybody's there just vibing, dancing. Woo! We just having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Marketing teams, they got their own VIP. Celebrities, they got their own VIP. VIP everywhere. Dance floor filled with females. The dudes, I don't know. They was on the side. A lot of dudes, they would just stand on the side. Because, like, if you wasn't, like, him, like, he was kind of standing on the side. You want to be him, but, woo! Everybody can't be ludicrous. Everybody dancing, vibing, and have a good time. This one dude, right? It was like, you know what, Queen? Go ahead, go dance. All right. All right, go dance. Woo! I'm dancing. I'm having a good time. I'm the type person, like, when I go to a club, I don't dance with nobody. And if I do, I always like to let them know I dance space out dance. And they're like, what's that? I mean, like, you dance over there and I'll dance over here. We're not playing 7, 11, 12, 13. I'm not playing that game with you. Okay? This ain't no Caribbean trickle down all that. No. So I'm out there dancing, vibing, whatever, having a good time. And I started dancing with this guy. And he was this little short guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was dancing all crazy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm dancing like this, dancing like that, or whatever. And I'm laughing. Then they're like, hey, you gotta get back to work. You have to start, you gotta go out there and collect it's getting crowded. We gotta collect a lot of names in the emails or whatever, because that's how we bring the crowd from one party we're doing to the next party. So I'm like, oh, let me get my clipboard. I go back out there with the clipboard, right? And the dude that I was dancing with earlier, I asked him, I was like, can I have your name and your email? Would you like to be invited to the next event? And he takes his glasses off. And he was like, oh, no, sweetheart, or whatever, but I'll definitely be there and all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, I walk away, right? And it's kind of crowded, so I'm like trying to go through the crowd. Then somebody pulls my arm. I turn around. It's him. And I was like, your email? And he was like, no, you need to come with me. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, I'm serious. You need to come with me. And I'm like, okay, I'm over here, whatever. And then he was like, you don't know who I am. And he said, no. And I was like, okay. Good. I was like, good to see you. And he's like, no, you really need to come with me. And then he took out his business card and he put it in my hand. He was like, call me later when you finish. I was like, okay, thank you. And I walked away because I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a celebrity. I gotta go tell the people that I work with, we're gonna have some celebrities coming to our next event. He gave me his business card and he said, I know he wants to come. He's going to come because he wants to see me. So I went over and told him, I'm like, look. It was Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy Brown, Doodle Brown. I'm like, look, he gave me his business card. And my manager looked at it and he ripped it up. He said, don't do that. He was like, go back out there. Don't take no business cards from nobody. Don't take no business cards from nobody, Queen. I was like, it was like, as a matter of fact, go ahead, go over there and sit down. I'm like, and it was like, you know what, here. Gave me a little champagne. I'm like, I'm just looking at him out there on the dance floor. And I'll tell you one thing about meeting that dude in person. His breath smelled like doo-doo. Just like how everyone described it. Because back in the days, before I ever met him, everybody said, oh, his breath smelled like doo-doo. And I don't know if it was a rumor that started from who or what, I don't know if Mace started that rumor. I don't know who started the rumor, but they didn't call him any of those names. They called him Mr. Doodle Brown. And as I get older, it makes more and more sense. Mr. Doodle. Breath smell like doodle. That was a very funny one. I met Queen Pen one time, but she was boring. I went to like a whole event where she was supposed to be there, and she was just sitting there at the bar with like a stank attitude, looking like her face was like, it was just like, whatever. It's like, you're like the host of the evening, sitting at the bar like, oh, give me another drink. I need another drink. That's all she was doing. Met Mary J. Blige plenty of times on 125th Street, but you know, we all have. Who hasn't met Mary J. Blige on 125th Street? And back then, yes, she hugs everybody. Back then, she give everybody a hug, bro. Back in the day, celebrities give you a hug. Let you touch their hair. Whatever, they don't care. They was acting real normal when they came out here. But it was like everywhere else you go somewhere and people screaming and yelling for your name. But over here, people just be super chill. Like on 125th Street, celebrities would go down there, you know. They from 125th Street, actually. Think about it. They'd go down there and just walk 125th Street. And, you know, actually, I feel like because they did that so much, that kind of really brought more like attention and drew more people to 125th Street to make 125th Street what it is today. You know, like the celebrities and the vendors outside and stuff. Man, it's like, I don't know what they think with this city. Like, this is an artist city. Let art be art. Like, I want to see, like, you know, like, they really need to implement, like, Showtime into the subway system, all that. You have scheduled times or whatever when these people do this or when these kids do that. But, you know, people really want to support the youth and their little dance routines and, you know, the musicians and the artists. This is an artist city, but it's like y'all keep pushing us away from the art. Why? You know? I was like, even like, you know, to see areas where I could spray paint. What? Because I want to spray paint. I do. I don't want to have to go to a studio with a hint of this and a hint of that and a little hint of sanitizer and paint. No, I want to just, you know, I want to see something that says spray here and I'm going to spray it. Yeah, totally. The hell? You know? Even that cliffhanger stuff. I would love to see a video of the guy that spray painted on the side of that building like that. That cliffhanger stuff. I would love to see it live. Bruh, it's amazing. It's just amazing. Now let's go back to the celebrity tells because they just never stop. I'm still stuck on 6'3". All right. Who else did I meet? All right. One time I was on a date with this dude, right? And we went over to like 86th Street. Yeah, I like the movie theater over there. I like to go over there because there's this restaurant called Sliders. And they make these little burgers. It's like White Castle, but the meat's meatier, you know, and the cheese is cheesier, and the bread's buttery. Supple. So I like to go over there by 86th Street movie theater because it's calm, it's quiet, and they got the best burgers, mini burgers. We're in the burger joint, and we're ordering burgers, and then I'm saying my friend because we ain't never like date after that. So dude was like, "Oh, look, it's Russell Simmons." So I'm like, "Whoa!" So I look over. All I see is a bunch of black people. I'm like, and I see like there's like 3 white people, like 3 Spanish people. I'm like, where's Russell Simmons? It's like he's right there. I'm like, oh. I look. Where? I don't see him. He's like, he's right there. Oh my God, you're making it weird, Queen. Oh my gosh, he's right there. And then I'm like, the workout guy? When I said, the workout guy? And then I look back, and then Russell Simmons locked eyes with me like, and it was like, hi. I thought he was talking He was like, yeah, oh yeah, hello, yes, nice to meet you, or whatever he said. She's like, you guys have a great time or whatever. Then he went back to his conversation. You know how he is. He's so serious. Oh, man, that just made me think I need to bring it back a few notches. Bring it back. KRS-One. He used to be always walking around. Man, he go places. He got 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, he's going to give you a long talking to. He's going to teach you about life, all the life lessons he could within a minute time. And KRS-One would come around and he would just sit there and start talking to people about how you need to do this in your life and how you need to do. And I'm like this. And it was like, wow, that makes sense. He's so right. He would just give like advice all the time to people. People would just sit around just listening. Just listening. And he won't stay long. And it's like, okay, y'all be good. And it's like, I don't know what to do with that information. I need more. No, we got the internet. Yeah, that's a good dude. Definitely. Always giving advice, always with positive energy. You could tell when somebody has a bad aura. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. And then let me see. Who else? Let's take it right back to 125th Street where all the celebrities be. Oh, here's a funny one. I remember, who was that? Was it Aaron Hall? I think it was. I remember one day, I think it was Aaron Hall came to my school when I was a kid in a cherry red drop top convertible, and he was parked outside the school. And because I hope it was him, I don't know if it was him or Brian McKnight, I can't remember, but I think it was Aaron Hall, and he was in a drop top car or whatever, and people were so excited that he was there, including the teachers, that they let us go outside to greet him. It was like an alarm was sounded, and we ran outside, and we all leaned on the gate so hard I thought the gate was going to break. And mind you, the school playground is above the city streets, like it's just above. I mean, way above. And everybody was leaning on the gate, and they were screaming, "Ah! Oh, celebrity!" And he was just there in front of the corner store, and he was like, and he waved, and everybody was like watching. Then he got in the car, and then he drove away. I didn't really care for it. I didn't even know what the hell, but you know how when people get into a frenzy, it's like you just automatically just join in. Yeah. As a kid, you just join in. Everyone's screaming, you screaming too. Everyone's running for the gate, you running too. You want your space on the gate. I don't know why. Did it make a difference? I don't know. I think somebody even actually came downstairs. Maybe it was somebody in his family related over here, whatever. But and then I remember, like, when I was older, and I was walking down the street with my friend, and just vibing, like, you know, us girls, we just run around, we just going to look for like things to do, whatever. Where's this popping at? Like, you know, when you ain't got social media, you just walk around till you find like the vibe. You know, you don't know who got what. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody even like on the phone like that. Like, you have to be on the phone, be on call. You can't just be like direct, like, you got any money? Like, come on, we want to have some fun. So we walking around chilling, getting whatever we can. It's just like, that's how it goes. Like, we just young. Just tell somebody, here, give it to me. Come on, give it up. They'll be like, here you go. Just because you're this and just because you're that. And it's like, thank you, whatever. Let's go. So we pull up, we walking down the street and we see this dude. We was like, what was like Lenox Avenue? We was like on Lenox Avenue down there in the 40s. And this dude, he was outside a really nice car. I think it was looked like an Escalade, but I don't know what the hell it was. This is way back when. Black nice car. He's dressed nice. The person beside him is dressed nice. They look like they something popping. So when we walk by, I don't know about you, but man, back then as ladies, it's like when you see something like that, you want to walk by a little better, like, oh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Before we even walk by, it's like let me put my lip gloss on. I'll put my lip. Is something on my face? Is there something on my face? No, it's not on your face. Is it something on am I walking funny? You're walking like a duck. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Okay, how about now? No? Okay. Then we just walk by. He's like, oh, hey, beautiful ladies, or whatever. And we're like, hi. And then it's like, oh, so what are you doing? Oh, yeah. And then we start talking to the dude. He's like, yo, y'all want to chill, What was you should take my number down or whatever. And it was like, oh, okay, I'll take your number down. My friend was like, oh, no, she cannot have your number. And I was like, oh, yes, I can. So I'm like, I'll take your number. She didn't want me to have his number. I was like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, no, I don't have a paper. I don't have any paper. You know what he did? He pulled out a $20 bill. Wrote his name. Aaron. With his phone number. On a $20 bill. And he was like, don't spend it. And I was like, I won't. We went around the corner. And you know what we did? We spent it. We came back laughing and talking, eating chips. He was like, I know you didn't just spend that. I was like, spend what? I spent the whole thing. Sir, I was 16 years old. The hell? Oh, give me $20. I found $20 that morning. I split it with that same chick, bruh. I do not care. You know what else I noticed I didn't care about? Like I already knew, girl, don't you be messing with none of these celebrities. They grown and they out of control because without much details. I heard some stories about some girls in my area. That had celebrity vehicles pulling up every other day, girl. And man, she was only 14 years old. I was older than her, but they liked her. I don't know what she did, but I didn't do it. Nope. I wonder where she is now. Like, girl, did you have a baby by him? You said you were going to have a baby by this celebrity. Somehow I don't see you on the reels. Highlights. Guess you ain't make the cut. All's well that ends well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, watch out for the youth. I mean, cause not all celebrities are good people. Some of them are a little weird. But it's up to you to decide whether you want to be in a position to know how weird they are based on your age. Like I'm telling you, even though I would go to these events where celebrities were, I went with someone that was caring for me. I had a manager, it was other artists that I knew. We talked to each other. We looked out for each other. We protected each other. We knew that when we step into certain atmospheres, it's better that we move as a unit and never take a side gig. Never. You might not get out. Pull up to a location. You think you're doing some studio time and you ain't coming out of there. This was back in the days, man. You're not coming out of there. So that's how it was. People look out for each other. Even you used to hang out with this chick. We don't hang out no more, but I'm telling you, that's what people do. You gotta have somebody that's got your back, but that really got your back. Not somebody that's just going to see you get into a situation and run and leave you there. And somebody that got your back, they're going to make sure you don't get involved in no mess. And back then, there was a lot of gossip going on. We didn't need Facebook, Instagram, AOL, Yahoo to know somebody was a pervert. It would just be a rumor going around that his name is Doodle Brown. Woo! Doodle Brown! That's what they called her. When I smelled his doodle breath, I was like, ew. I did not once did I think, any like, not once did I think about any rainbow thoughts. When I smelled his breath, I was just like, ew, what is he eating, smoking, drinking, whatever, like, you know? Or, you know what I'm saying? Kind of remind me of like, I don't know. Not like it was like bad, like, oh, his breath is rotten, but like I smell dude's breath that smell like doo-doo sometimes. Like I'm talking about, you know how people brush their teeth and it still smell like doo-doo? Like that. See what could happen to me. You'd be like, damn, bruh. What's that? Halitosis? I don't know. Anyway, his breath used to smell like doo-doo. I guess he got over it. Little doo-doo. His breath smelled like doo-doo. So after that, like around 17, I did like some I was in a contest. I probably talked about this earlier. I was in a contest to be named Miss Jamaica. I won the contest. They asked everybody, what's your best feature and why? Everybody was like, my boobs, my butt, and all of this. I was thinking about saying my brain, and I was talking about somebody about that, and then they stole the idea, and I'm like, whatever. So then it was my turn to come out, and I had to come out last. I was like, my eyes. I love talking to people with my eyes. And I won, and I was supposed to go to Jamaica and get my passport, and I signed for a red stripe contract, and I never fulfilled the contract because I didn't have my passport, so I couldn't go to Jamaica. But I was in August Fest that year. I was in August Fest, and so I was on stage with all the celebrities. We were the background dancers for all the celebrities except for Capleton and Beanie Man. They wanted to have their own dancers. Oh, no, but then Beanie Man let us come on because we had white just like them. You know, he didn't know we had white on. Because some of the other people that was like saying they doing background dance, they had like all these different colors. But like, you know, the artist wanted something that correlated with them. And Capleton did his performance in all white. And Beanie did his performance in all white. But Capleton, when he came to the concert, he had so many people. It was like 30 people around him. You couldn't touch him. You couldn't breathe on him. You couldn't smoke with him. Nothing. You couldn't even see him. Matter of fact, if somebody had a bow and arrow, it couldn't even break through the crowd. And everybody had on pure white, and it was crisp and clean. I liked it. It was nice. I understood. I kind of understood why we wouldn't even have fit in because, like our little outfits we had on, like it was like basically like booty shorts and like a see-through white sash. Then we had on the white bikini top with the sash that say like Miss Jamaica, Miss Bermuda, Miss Trinidad, Tobago, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Miss Belize. You know, and we had like our tiaras and stuff like that. So as soon as we got to the concert, after I won, because I didn't tell nobody, I ain't got no passport. Because, like, I thought they was going to be like, well, get out of here. Why are you even in the show? I was like, so I didn't even tell them why I had my passport. I was like, I'm going to August Fest. I'm going. The hell? I earned it. You know, I never even thought I was going to win. But when I won, I was like, I'm going to August Fest, period. So when I was there, the first person I met when I went backstage, I met Juvenile. Juvenile was so respectful. You know how maybe like people be like treating women like a piece of meat? He totally would act like, oh, I don't want to be like, you know, he didn't want to be rude and put his arms around our waist or anything like that. He was so kind. Such a gentleman. That was surprising me because I was backing that thing up. So I was like, thinking it was going to be wow. He was so sweet and kind, respectful and everything. And we, it's not like anybody was going to know what we said. Oh, Julie told me to just go suck it. Like he was just a kind person. You'd be surprised. Some of these people just normal, kind people. So then, after we meet Julie, because he was getting ready, I think he was getting ready to perform. No, he couldn't have been because it was early. But he was going to perform before most of the reggae artists. They was putting I think they was putting American artists was going to go up there first and mix in. So when we went to the back, the back was the VIP area. So in the VIP area, Sean Paul was on the monkey bars rolling a blunt. What? Everybody was there. I can't even name everybody. I don't know why. At some point, I was just chilling with Yellow Man. And then at some point, I don't know, what's that, Buju? Man, lots of Rastas out there. Lots of Rastas. We was just out there. You ask them for some trees, they be like, yeah, you go. Ask them for a joint, they give you a big giant cigar. Here you go. Take it. Chill with him. I'm like, oh, take it. You take a picture. This back in the day when the phone, and you take the picture and it just look all grady. Picture was looking all grady and stuff like that. Couldn't even really see who was there. And then the camera, the dudes that have the cameras, it's like if you knew the people that had the cameras, you'd probably see me in the August Fest dancing. And I was dancing on stage, like I'm talking about. There was dancers here, dancers back there. I'm dancing in the front. My moves is popping. I'm dancing with the artist one-on-one. Like, bro, pass me the mic. It was lit. Let me think. What other talent? Oh, well, I can't even think. It was so many artists there. Like, I can't even think all the women and dudes that was there. I can't even think. Like, I think Petra was there. Everybody was there. And I was backstage with everybody. And it was super chill. Everybody was just vibing. We was back there just chilling. Everybody up there dancing. We back there just chilling, smoking. They serving us food, drinks. We just lounging. Constantly, people fixing their hair and their makeup before they go out there. But when they over there, it's just chill vibes. I'm talking about, it looked like we was just a bunch of little kids that grew up too fast. Okay? Sean Paul and a bunch of artists just sitting on top of the monkey bars, smoking, just cracking. I'm just just smoking and chilling up there. Whatever. There's some chicks. They sitting around on the sliding board, sitting over here. Some people sitting in chairs, you know what I'm saying? It was just a vibe. Beverages everywhere, food everywhere. VIP. I'm talking about we ain't had to do nothing, but we were sitting in the playground waiting until they called us to go on stage. And as far as me and my crew, we only went up when people that was going up didn't have background dancers, and they was like, "Yeah, I want some background dancers." Or if you already got some, it's like, "You want some more?" Yeah, it's like sometimes the artists will be up there with their dancers and they do their show. But when the song get crazy, instead of having the audience come onto the stage, they'll have the people that's in the back, which are the models and the dancers, go on stage, and we just mix in with the crowd. So it looked like, they just let some people up there and let anybody up. No, they didn't. We certified to be there. It gotta be like this. Hold on a second. You see this? This is why. Right, that was good times. Anyway, when it came to it, I had to tell Donna, I don't have my passport. And then her niece or whatever got to go to Jamaica, and she was the one that got the contract. Sometimes I think about what would happen, but at the same time, I know if I went to Jamaica, oh my gosh. First of all, I probably would never have left. And, even with the situation at hand, nobody really took me seriously as far as, family, friends, or anything. I don't know. Was I 17? I think I might have been 21, but felt like 17. You know, like I don't know. No, not 21. Maybe like 18. I don't know. All I know is I didn't know no better. I didn't know what next steps I needed to take. I didn't know what to do, how to get a passport, and nobody in my family wanted me to even go to Jamaica. No matter how much money they was giving me in the contract, nobody even wanted to see the contract. It's like you're gonna go there and somebody gonna bop you on your head, and you're gonna be cooking and cleaning. You're gonna have 14 kids. It's gonna take us 20 years to get you back. Now we older, just a few years later, they're like, "You wanna go to Jamaica?" No. After all them things you told me, now all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, you wanna go to Jamaica?" What happened? I thought somebody was gonna bop me in my head, right? That's what you say. Somebody gonna bop me in my head, and I'm gonna be stuck somewhere, right? Now it's like, "Oh, you need to go to Jamaica and go see your family." And so many things. Yeah, your grandfather, he was a mayor. He's a mayor. The mayor. Keep it. Keep it. I have time for the madness. When I should have went, I didn't go. But I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, because it might have got a good influence or bad influence. Because some people, could they handle Queen? I don't know. I don't know if they could handle me. Maybe not. Maybe not. You see me now? What you think I was like when I was younger? Ooh. 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 Wrong one. Oh my goodness. You can't play. What? But that's a story for another day. Oh, the sun is out and the wind is hot. I'm a baddest chick and I don't got doubts. La da 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 da. Do 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 do. Yeah, like, bruh, like at the end of the day, I'm like I'm like Blossom, bruh. Blossom, you know, like how she's always so happy all the time. You know, that's what it's given. It's given a little bit of honey and a little bit of sugar with a hint of spice. And it's spicy so much. You know, spicy things could do. Make you happy. I love spice. I love, what else? Onions and garlic. For some reason, the combination is amazing. I could get that on a sandwich, like, y'all be like, ew, what's that? Yeah. Everything bagel with cream cheese, you know, some salami, and a big pile of onions. Just put a whole onion sliced up raw and wriggly. You know, I like onions. I really like red onions. I don't know why they call them. I don't know why they call them red onions. They should call them purple onions. But I digress. It's okay. Whatever. Oh, my little cat taking a nap. What time is it? 43? Okay, we got 15 minutes. Let's think of another story. Let me see. Who else did I meet? I think when I met David Dinkins, that was a very interesting story. Because David Dinkins pulled up in his limousine and greeted everybody. And I was just a kid, but I remember that what first thing the kids did was touch his hair. So I touched it too. He didn't say anything. Let everybody touch it. It was like he wanted to touch his ear. I don't know why. He would touch his ear. The grown man would touch his ear. It was all touching it. I'm like, man, I'm touching it too. Ooh. Ooh, it's soft. Yep, it is soft. It's soft, right? That was Very odd situation. I didn't even know what to say with that, bruh. Now, let me see. What else? Oh, I met Keanu Reeves on the subway. You know what he did? He got up. He got up and gave his seat to someone. I met Harrison Ford on the subway. He just was looking like doing this. I don't know. Look, he was doing this thing like he was trying to figure out how to get out of the Temple of Doom. You know? And then it's like a lot of people like I met Common at my gym. I was going to the gym, and Common used to play like I guess he still plays ball there. I don't go to that gym anymore. But I met Common at the gym playing basketball. He's really good. And he used to play with Giannis. Like he played with the NBA. Common would be out there playing basketball with NBA players, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, whoa. Tell everybody, man, Common's really good at playing ball. They be like, our friends was like, no, you lying. Why you gotta lie to try to get me to come with you to the gym, Queen? You ain't gotta lie to get me to come with you over there. Come on, Queen, you ain't gotta lie. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. He's here. And like, take his picture then. Take his picture. You're not going to take his picture? He stopped so I could take a picture. I'm like, see, that got me looking like a fan. It's bad enough. Because, I go to the gym looking cute. And people be like, not my friends, but people at the gym as far as, like, females, they be like, oh, she's over here trying to get a man. Excuse me? I don't want none of these men. But, see, it was the type of gym, the gym that we was going to, and the type of gyms I always go to. It's the type of gym that's a luxury gym. They have a basketball court, mountain. They got like rock climbing. They have a pool, jacuzzi. They serve champagne after the workout. It's a different type of vibe. Pilates, massage therapy. There's shower, steam, ice baths. We have a cafe. We have an upper deck pool, a lower deck pool, indoor, outdoor, smoking on the balcony, several balconies all around. They have a cafe to play pool. We have parties every month. Every month there's a party, stuff like that. So it's different. And, instructors and cycling class, boxing, girls volleyball team, boys basketball team. I think he could have been on one of the basketball teams because that was one of the big things that dudes would do. They would go there because the court was designed by an NBA player. So NBA players love to go to that gym. And then on top of that, it's a good place like to practice playing ball. And then they had like seating where we could just sit and watch them play. Or wanted to be in the leagues. They had leagues for different sports like volleyball, softball, racquetball, and basketball. And you could be in the league, and then they'll have tournaments, and you have to show up because now you're on the team. So it was very like inspirational to be a part of that. And then on top of that, we even used to do outdoor excursions where we go like to Bryant Park and other parks and other trips all around the city. And I'm telling you, this gym is so popping that they pick you up from the train station and drive you over to the facilities. And if you're lucky enough, you'll live upstairs. Because this gym, that's why I say it's the best celebrity gym. This gym that I'm talking about is all over the U.S. And when I say all over the U.S., I mean like it's forever a building and a luxury gym all in one, inclusive. Bruh. And it's all over the United States. If you're a celebrity, a comedian, or artist, a designer, or whatever, and you're traveling all over the world, this is a gym that you would want to go to. This is a gym where every time you go from one city to the next, guaranteed to get your jacuzzi time in, guaranteed to get your massage, guaranteed to get that vibe, It's like, especially for somebody who's traveling all over the world, it's hard to find anything that's consistent. That's normal. That's always the same. That's why people, when they stay at a certain kind of hotel, when they go to different cities, they like to stay in that same hotel. So they have a bit of normalcy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's good, like when you have a gym membership, like Planet Fitness, but it's not Planet Fitness, where you could like every time you go, you guarantee. I know that my gym, I could get my nails done, I could get my hair done. Okay, I know that I could go sit in a jacuzzi and go in the sauna and get a facial. You know, like that. It's not just weights and you know. I don't like all of that. You know, I want to have some fun. I want to feel like I'm an adult in an amusement park, bruh. Because they kicked us out the playground, but let's just say Queen still want to play. Okay? I still want to play. Mm-hmm. So, so Giannis, I met Giannis a few times. Every time I meet an NBA player, I don't really like see their face too much. Because it's like, I'm just staring at their pecs. Like, you want me to do like this? I don't want to do it. I'll wait from far away. But like when we're right next to them on the elevator and their chest is like right here, to see them is like, still can't see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all of that. Super chill, don't care. That's how I am with NYC. We don't really care. We don't, like, I mean, some people do, but I feel like those are noobs. You think I'm running around here collecting autographs and pictures? I know people like that. It's creepy. Then when you go to their house, they want to show you all these pictures and autographs. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Get out of here. Sure, you'll get a couple of dollars off it. I don't really care. And then another thing, me and my friends, we used to do when we was younger, we used to go over by the Yankee Stadium after a Yankee game. If you go around, back in the day, if you go around to the old Yankee games, right? If you go around to the side, it was like a side area, and that's where the limousines would park. And baseball players, the baseball players back in the day, they used to have their limousines just parked right there on the side, close to the highway. So when it ends, they get in their limousine, they get on the road before all of the fans and everybody, right? So me and my friend, we used to go over there, meet celebrities, ask, "Can I get in your limousine and take a picture like it's mine?" They'd be like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead," and we'll do that. And ask them, "Can we have some of your champagne? Can we have some champagne?" They're like, "How old are you?" It's like. They're like, "No, you can't have any." You know? I'm like, "Can I get in where you going? Can I get in your limousine for a minute?" And then they get out and be like this. "Oh, look at me getting out of the limousine. Oh, I'm striking a pose. Oh, limousine. Woo." That's what we used to do. We go over there. They'll be over there after the game. It's guaranteed the limousines will be all lined up. We could just go over there and take pictures. Well, I never really even remember their names. I'm not really big in baseball, but baseball celebrities, like, back then, whoever was popping back then, I'd have to see his face. Dominican dude, strong features, strong arms. No baseball cap, no cap. And we just take pictures with them and just vibe. But what else have I seen? Yeah, I met a lot of people. So many. I have to come back, spin a block, tell stories a few more times because it's just too many people. It's New York City, and I'm 43 years old. Shoot, like so many stories. Like, don't make me get into the stories of all the celebrities I met at Def Jam. Met a lot of celebrities there too. And then modeling. When I was modeling, I met so many people. All the time I would meet people. But just because they're famous, it wasn't like, I could trust them because they're on TV. New Yorkers don't do that. And we don't like to be bothered, so we don't bother nobody. And like if we leave the celebrities alone a little bit, maybe we have to have an entourage with them. Because, like, bruh, we don't need nobody taking over the subway system like Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's 11. Now, I'm going to stick around and clock it in for the next 5 minutes. Let's lock in. Look me in my eyes. I just want y'all to see what kids see when Auntie Caroline's like, come here. Like, oh shoot, no. Help. Oh, it burns. It burns. Oh no, it burns when you set on fire. Where did she kiss you? Right there? You wish. I'm just gonna be alright. Maybe I'll do a little karaoke with a little hint of this. This is hilarious. Well, you know, that little girl mama got her saying that, man. People can be influenced. You know? Like right when they're trying to figure out who they are. Let them. Don't instill who you are into them. Sound like an old lady. And a hint of this and a hint of that. Oh yes, a hint is an amazing word. I'll probably go outside. Oh my gosh. And why was there an amusement park ride outside my house early this morning? I'm going to post a short clip of it, but I'm serious. There was a big giant ride outside my house. And I had to go run go see it. Don't worry. It wasn't set up or anything like that. I didn't plug it in. But it was huge. It was huge. I couldn't believe it. That means the amusement parks is open. Go and get on the rides. I like a little ride. I don't like no big ride. Man, imagine those big roller coasters and everything. I don't want to be on that. I don't. Maybe I'll braid my hair today. I don't know. I've been looking a little crazy. I can braid my hair. Massage my scalp. Sometimes I'll be wanting to let somebody else braid my hair, like in the salon. They do it like I would do it. Like, if you're going to do it, babes, be designer. Be designer. Make them braids small. Don't braid it the same way I braid it. Because if you're going to braid it just like me, I don't need to braid my hair. Because I can braid it like that, all lazy and sloppy. Don't ever, sometimes, when a woman say, oh, I want to get my hair braided or whatever in a circle, they braid it sloppy. You have to tell them, oh, no, it's for design. I'm going to be wearing this outside. Because for some reason, when you tell them, oh, I'm going to put a weave in, or I'm going to put my lace front on top of this, all of a sudden, they just braid all nasty and sloppy like a doodle braid, and the braid all big. Girl, this ain't your head. This is mine. And it ain't your money neither. Take the whole damn thing out. The hell? Very simple. 1, 2, 3. If you're going to play with me, I will play with thee. I don't like to play with them. You know, I always find myself doing it myself. You know, when you go somewhere to get somebody to do it and then you start doing it yourself. It's because you're not listening. You think I want to take control? No. I come because I wanted somebody else to do it for me so I could feel, I didn't have to do the hard parts or whatever. I still got a little energy for the day. But no. They like to go in. Now we're going to count down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? The one and only Great Queen. Yeah, I'm going to have some chill vibes. I'm probably going to come back in after I have my little green juice. Come back in. Say a few things. A little hint of karaoke. A little hint of tea. A little hint of NYC after I charge up, baby. So, stay true. Stay lit. And if you want to think about a celebrity, think about yourself. Because that's the most important superstar in your world. You. Because none of them people will matter tomorrow, bro. We don't even know them, but we know ourselves. We're superstars. Definitely superstars.